time they just stopped for a couple of years. It
Well,
just stopped and then finally it started back up
So-
again.
Is it the city holding it for the train?
I have no idea. I have no idea. And he doesn't know. I mean, he didn't.
Yeah.
They were doing comparisons on buildings, the people over in LA airport is like way over budget. It's gonna be like 5 billion by the time it's at 4.9.
That's no surprise.
And the tallest building in the world was built at 1.5 billion. So,
At half the time.
so
It's moving, so.
Well, I would love for there to be some way to get to LAX without having to drive.
You can. You can take the train
I know,
to Union Station and then the bus.
I know, but then,
It's sweet. Costs $20.
but then I have to arrange my coming and going so that I'm not like getting in at midnight when it's not ready.
Wow.
and then it's LAX.
Ontario. I'll pay whatever it costs to go to Ontario.
Well, I will too, but you know, sometimes you just don't have any choice.
We went to Hawaii, we had no choice but to fly out of LAX.
Now I think they offer flights here, but
But at the time
Time.
when we went, yeah, you couldn't do it.
Iceland Air flies out of Raleigh, Durham, and does not fly out of LA.
nobody flies out of Denver. So when
When
we
it flies out
went,
of Seattle.
yes, and we went on Iceland Air, great airline. But we flew from Ontario to Denver, Southwest, and then hopped on Iceland Air because my niece lives in Denver anyway, so we're all going together.
All right. Mr.
We
President.
flew up to Seattle.
We are ready.
You're ready when you are.
Okay, I will call this meeting to order of the Newberry Recreation and Parks District at 6:31. Please stand. And if you all wouldn't mind, before we do the pledge tonight, I'd like to have a moment of silence for our service members that we've lost in the Middle East. Thank you. Please place the flag. And our heart ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all. Hey, can we have a roll call, please?
Yes, Division 1, Kim Gerald Johnson. Here, Division 2, Jose Luis Godina.
Present.
Division 3, Tammy Rivas in route. Division 4, Edgar Castellan. Division 5, Ross Lasia.
Here. Hey, do we have any presentations or recognitions this evening?
Not this evening, Mr. President.
And do we have any public comments? Okay. Move on to consent calendar. Does anybody wish to pull any items off the consent calendar?
I don't want to pull anything, but I just want to make a small change to the minutes, item 5.3. I think we moved to purchase, didn't we? Instead of at the second line, the purchase, I think we would have moved to purchase.
Yes.
Okay, that's all.
I will correct that.
Great. And with that, can we have a motion?
I move approval of the consent calendar with the one correction to the.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
There is a resolution
Oh,
on
there's,
there. Edgar Castellan,
Yes.
Jose Luis Godina,
Yes.
Ross Lasia.
yes.
Kim Gerald Johnson.
Aye.
Motion passes 4-0.
Okay. Move on to board action items, item 5.1. We have a public hearing for the district fee schedule related to service charges and general fees.
Yes.
So I think there's a,
And you got a procedure listed there.
yeah, let me do, I'm calling the agenda item for the Newberry Recreation and Park District Services, charges and general fees. Do we have the staff presentation?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. First thing I just want to start off with is just for clarification purposes. This is nothing to do and does not impact our development impact fees that we charge for park. In regards to park fees, these are all related to our recreation programs and facilities. So just to clarify that for the record. In front of you, this is something we look at annually. These are our rates and charges we charge for various activities, reservations of facilities, programs, classes, things along those lines. As we're rolling into our new recreation software, we're doing this a little bit earlier than we would normally, just so we can update all the information in there. We did present this to the Budget Personnel Committee last week, and they recommended it be brought to the board for discussion and possible adoption. Not a lot of changes that we're proposing in here. One of the very first line item though is currently we have a application processing fee of $25. And the proposal is to increase that to $40, but to keep a nonprofit rate of 25. This is for our private rentals that are using facilities, and it's just because of the staff time associated with creating the reservations. As we all know, our costs associated with labor just continue to rise. The other one that we're changing here is our credit card processing fee. Currently, sure, give me a second here. Should be able to shrink this. That better?
A little bit.
What's that?
Just for the audience, make it. Be good if you can see a little better.
Okay. Our convenience fees, our credit card processing transaction fees. Currently, we were only passing on the processing fees for any transaction over $1,000. And the new processing system, it is staff's recommendation to just pass the entire fee on to the consumer as the convenience fee. It's a very standard practice in most government agencies anymore, and frankly, a lot of regular shopping you're doing is being passed on as well. The biggest changes were to Skyview Event Center, but none of the fees are changing. We're just eliminating some of the different categories. There was just far too many categories. 4-hour fees on a Sunday and a weekday. We just weren't having people reserve it under those fee structures. So staff's recommendation is just essentially to remove them. None of the fees changes are changing with the Rupa Community Center. Other than clarifying the item in blue, the rates for a public agency were added to it, and then in proportion to what Skyview rates are at. Nothing with the Eddie D. Smith Senior Center, nothing with Veterans Memorial Community Center. Fees for the Discovery Center. One of the things we've talked about, we're not going to be making any changes with anything there until the end of this first year. We'll be re-looking at those, and those will come back as a separate agenda item for us. And then some changes with our ball field for private groups. Deposits were made to be consistent. They were kind of all over the place again, trying to just bring consistency to everything. And then we increased the tournament rental fees went up by $5 per hour. It's kind of a common thing you're going to see here through the rentals. And then as we scroll on to Ranch Hooper Regional Sports Park, all those rental fees went up by $5 per hour. The rental rates for
Okay.
for
Hang on a second. Let the minutes show that Director Eves arrived at 6:38.
Probably.
Sorry, go ahead.
No problem. The other change is the user rates for the resident groups at the soccer park. We charge them a monthly rate, and those are going up by $50 per month. The tournament fees, again, were all adjusted proportionately. Whether it be 1 through 4, all the fields, they all went up proportionally as well, between $100 and $200 for the tournament. So with that, I'd be available for any questions you may have. And then no changes to the arena rates. Or as much.
Get back to what we're doing here. Okay. These are the public hearings in this board's proceedings for the Hooper Area Recreation and Park District Services, charges and general fees. The public hearing is now officially open. Does anyone wish to file a written protest? Any property owner or any registered voter within the district may file a written protest. If so, they must be filed with the board clerk now. Are there any protests? Where's the dance classes today?
Where's the dance classes?
GCC. 1 second, we'll help. We'll give a quick hand. Actually, it's either JCC or Skyview, or it could be Senior Center. Sorry.
Okay, so I assume there was no written protests.
Yes.
We will receive comments, questions, and any oral protests from any interested persons. Are there any? No, okay, good. In that case, the public hearing will be closed. We may now consider and adopt the resolution 2025-07. So now we can go on to board comments.
Did you ask if we've received any written protests?
Yes, I did.
Okay, sorry.
I did. So now, are there any questions?
Yeah, I have a question. Obviously there was no protest, but have our user groups been?
They will be notified of this.
They were notified before? or-
Yes, they were all notified as part of the process.
Any other questions? Do we have a motion then?
I move that the Board of Directors adopt resolution number 2025-07, a resolution of the Board of Directors of the Baruch Area Recreation and Park District, adopting the updated fee schedule.
We have a motion and a second. Can we have roll call, please?
Yes. Edgar Castellan. Yes. Jose Luis Godinez.
Yes.
Tammy Rivas.
Yes.
Ross Lasia.
Yes.
Kim Gerald Johnson.
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0.
Okay, thank you. Move on to item 5.2. This is the approval of the 2020, I believe it's supposed to be 2026 regular board meeting schedule, not 25.
Yes.
On the paper agenda, it says 25, but on my iPad, it does say 2026.
On the item, it says 26, on the agenda, it said 25.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, we are approving the 2026 board meeting schedule. We are a staff report.
Yes, this is something we normally do in January and just slipped through the cracks this year. So including tonight, this is our agenda for our board schedule for the rest of the year, with the recommendation that we cancel the second meeting in May 28th, as that conflicts with the CARPD conference. The majority of the board will be attending, as well as we have historically been taking the first meeting in July off, July 9th this year.
I only have a question, excuse me, just because I was in here the prior year. Or was I, don't remember, why do we go dark?
In July,
Yeah, July 9th.
the way the holidays have fallen, especially this year, the holiday falling on the Friday, being the same day as our independence celebration. It's not a lot of work going on and getting the agenda out. Tends to just be a slow time of the year for us. And then people taking vacation by announcing it now to go dark, allow people to make vacation. And we have the caveat, we can always call a special meeting if we needed to.
Correct. Thank you.
Any other questions? And I move the board of directors approve the regular board meeting schedule for 2026. Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
No opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Okay, move on to 5.3. And that is discussion and possible authorization for the purchase of a new F-150 maintenance vehicle. Mr. DeWitt.
Yes, this is an item that was approved in our operating budget for this current fiscal year. Staff sought bids for the purchase of the new maintenance vehicle, received 3 quotes back with Total Click Ford out of Irvine being the cheapest. We did receive from Performance Ford and also Citrus Ford here in Ontario. We did look at the state purchasing program, which is available to us. Only a thing available were 2026 vehicles, and they're a 6-month minimum lead time. And frankly, these vehicles are all discounted because they're still 2025s. So staff is recommending the purchase from Tuttle Creek and Click, I'm sorry, Aussie Creek got from Tuttle Click, and I'm available if you have any questions.
Is this the addition or replacement vehicle?
This is an addition with this new staff we brought on this year.
Any other questions? Okay, so I'll entertain motion.
I move the board of directors accept the bid from Tuttle Click Ford in the amount not to exceed $41,075.09.
I'll second.
Motion second, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Move on to item 5.4. Same thing, different vehicle.
Same thing, different vehicle.
Discussion of a possible approval to purchase a new recreation vehicle.
Yes, this is, again, same thing, different vehicle. This is the purchase of an electric, cargo van. District again received 3 quotes. Transwest Truck Center right here in Fontana, was low bid at 54,000. I would like to just point out when we purchased this exact same vehicle, same year, just over a year ago, this is almost $3,000 cheaper.
Wow.
Which is unheard of. And this is on the lot, ready to go as well. Sunrise Ford, who we purchased the last one from, was very competitive with their previous bid, and the third one was through Watsonville Fleet Group, and that is the state contract.
Wow.
One of the things that puts them over the rate is it's $1,000 for delivery.
Yeah, the $1,000 still quite more.
Yes, exactly. And it's also a 26 as to where these are 25 models.
This is pretty much identical. to-
This is identical basically to what we purchased.
Okay, so this will replace the other one that we're sending to
Discovery.
Discoveries,
The van, not
the
the
van.
electric vehicle.
Yeah, like the current cargo van.
Yeah.
Okay.
This vehicle, it says the staff is proposing to wrap the vehicle, is that including in this?
No,
price?
that's separate.
That'd be additional.
We'll take that in additionally.
Just curious, what does this put us at, from electric versus gas vehicles in our fleet?
And now, so we two electric vehicles. 12. I believe we're at 12,
But then we have the 2 hybrid things.
2 hybrids.
So, and obviously the state law that passed doesn't.
So state law doesn't apply to us when it comes to this, because that's for essentially commercial vehicles. Large dump trucks, heavy fleet equipment has to be a, like an F-550 or above. And even that law has been, extended.
Because they're hard to get.
And triple the price, yeah.
Will somebody please make an honest to goodness electric truck with a full-size bed? That's what we would,
I just saw
Regular cab,
an F-150 Lightning. like-
but they have the short bed.
they're extra, they're all,
The regular, 6 foot.
no, we've looked at, I looked into them, all the 3 manufacturers, the Ford, Chevy, Dodge, make a crew cab short bed electric vehicle. Ford has discontinued theirs. Chevy is selling a lot of them to Caltrans. You're seeing them on the freeway. I have a friend that drives one, loves it, but it's an extra cab short bed. It's a supervisor's truck is what it is. The maintenance staff in the field would be,
Yeah, you got it a full-size 8x4 bed. It's necessary. So if somebody would produce one of those, I bet they would sell like hotcakes, man. I'm telling you.
don't disagree.
Well, I move the board of directors accept the quote from Transwest Truck Center for the purchase of an E-Transit electric van in the amount of $54,095.96.
Second.
We have motion is second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
It does kill my little soul a little bit. Vehicles become so expensive.
The way I look at it is if they do start changing the laws again, it requires that we're ahead of the game.
Yeah,
Okay, we move on to item 6.1, which is the general manager's report. Straight away.
Yes, a couple things for you. Just want to remind you, this Saturday is our annual Meet the Machines event at Skyview Event Center from 9 till 1 p.m. First hour is a quiet hour for those with sensitivity issues. Other than that, it's a great event. We have a good turnout from all of our local agencies, as well as some private contractors are bringing out some other equipment as well. So super excited for that. It's always a fun event. And then we do have one more board meeting before that, but we do have our spring fling coming up on the 28th, which will be right here at Aggie Park. We did announce both of them today at the Chamber of Commerce, and a couple of new businesses did approach Miguel about being a sponsor. So that was great to hear. We need to get more of that in the future. Other than that, staff's working diligently on preparing our summer concerts. Our July 3rd Independence Celebration are shaping up to be great events. So I'll let you know the construction is wrapping up on the reclaimed water project at Granola Family Park. JCSD's contractor has brought in the line from the street. came into the park at the corner of Belgrave and Wineville, went down the trail. So they didn't tear up landscaping, crossed over the sidewalk and tied into our new, into our backflow system. Ironically, or we were glad to hear, way the system is designed, because it's separate from the potable system, we no longer have to deal with backflows. So less backflows to replace when they get stolen.
Yeah.
So that'll be nice once that happens. It's not completely connected. JCSD is still in the process of bringing the line into Hooper Valley, but they're trying to get, they've got separate contractors working on different parts of the project. So this contractor is ready to go to be connected. And it will, not quite as easy as flip of a switch, but it'll be a very smooth transition when we go to that. We don't anticipate a large savings in water. But where it's gonna help us is we lose a lot of the restrictions of, right now, you're only supposed to water from like 10 at night until sunrise. There's challenges we have in those at the large parks. Maintenance staff is transitioning into our new irrigation system that we approved a couple weeks back. And one of the challenges at Rancho Miraloma has 10 hours of runtime to get that entire park. So switching over to those reclaimed water at Bernoulli will allow us to legally water during the day if we have to. Should see us maybe a 5% savings in water, but nothing astronomical at this point. Other than that, I just wanted to show off one of the giveaways we've ordered for Hooper Mountains Discovery Center. We are really pushing some site surveys for facility users, and we've ordered a couple of these. They will be given away on a monthly basis for all the people that participate in our survey. It's been out for about 2 weeks now, and it's advertised just at the site, so people that are physically visiting the site, there's QR code they can scan. They know they have opportunity to win one of these. And we've received almost 60 surveys so far.
Oh, wow.
So it's really, I think they want the water bottle.
Well, I noticed I received mine by email. I guess if you're on the email list.
We did send it out by email. We only received a few, but it's mostly the site visitors. So we have a presentation that'll be coming at our next board meeting regarding some Discovery Center stuff. We have a quarterly update that you guys have requested. That'll be part of it. The information we've received so far has been very informative. Nothing overly surprising, but there's some stuff that is far more important to the public than we may have originally thought, which is nice to see. So this will be good information for us going forward as we're looking at where to focus on improvements and expansions or just the rehabilitation of the facility going forward. And it'll also help us as we're constantly looking at different grant opportunities for the facility. Just have this information there as well. Other than that, the Discovery Center has been doing phenomenal the past about 6 weeks. We've had some of our busiest weeks since taking the facility over in July. Last weekend, 2 weekends ago, was the busiest week we've had yet, which is phenomenal to see. We've been doing a lot of marketing for it, which is helping, but the weather's also been great too. So that's helping us. We'll take whatever we can get at this point. We anticipate this weekend be another busy weekend. The following weekend, probably will die off from what we're looking at. They're predicting to be almost 100 degrees. You know, that first heat of the year, according to staff, people just don't come out. So, but this is good information that we're gathering. And our learning expeditions on site there are doing extremely well. We have 2 and 3 schools on site every day from March 1 through the end of May. So that's awesome to see, and staff's doing well up there. We are going to exceed our projected revenues for the first year. It's just slightly, but it's good. So we're excited for that. And the last thing I just kind of want to share with the board, as you're aware, we're switching to a new registration software. And unofficially, we're going live tomorrow with shelter reservations. Just because as it's warm outside, people are starting to reserve shelters. All of our program registration will go live April the 6th. But we just needed to get this live, so we weren't dealing with two systems, making sure that we didn't double book anything. Just wanted to share some information here for you. So this is on our site, information about shelter rentals, how it works. You can click on and go to any one of the parks in particular to reserve the shelters. If you click on the photo here, this takes you to the registration site. People are encouraged, starting this coming Monday, we'll be sending out notifications through the old system as well as social media, encouraging people to start creating their accounts in the new system. It is extremely easy to do. You can create your account probably within 30 seconds right from your phone. That was one of the biggest challenges with our old system. It was not mobile friendly. You could make it work, but you were sliding up and down, left and right. It was very discouraging to residents, and frankly, we knew we were losing a lot of registrations because of it. So you can create your account. You get a notification email immediately. You click on it to activate your account, and then from there you can add any family members that you need to. But for shelter reservations, it's just under facility booking. All the shelters that we reserve have pictures of them, descriptions. This is one of the ones right out here at the park. You can get a map of where it is from Google, where it's at. So if you're not familiar with the area, it's all readily available to you. The registration process is quick and easy. If I'm gonna have 7 people, you can only book 10 days it has to be at least 10 days in advance. Start time's 10 a.m. for all reservations. You get it for 8 hours. Continue. Not having a bounce house. I understand. I'm having a birthday party. Again, I'm not having a bounce house. No additional fees because of it. And I pay, and I'm done. So nice and simple.
Yep.
As to before, it was probably a 10 or 15-minute process for somebody to reserve a shelter online.
Would the fee increase because if you were to add a bounce house?
Yes, it's a $20 fee for a bounce house. The deposit doesn't change. And if you need electricity and it's available, it's additional $5.
Okay.
So,
Are there any forms to fill out for liability?
so the check box you get there, then you have to submit, you'll get a notification, you have to submit your insurance.
Oh, okay.
And we have a list on the website of vendors that we don't call them we call them our authorized vendors that we already have their insurance on file, basically. We don't call them preferred or anything like that, but just that they've met. We have their insurance. We're not vouching for them in any other way other than that they.
But if you want, you can go in to see who you have on that list and they
Yeah,
can choose.
and most people tend to do that, and just because it's easier, they've already, gone through the rigor mortis to get us their insurance. But if you have a favorite vendor that you want to use because it's got the Barbie jump house and not the SpongeBob, you're more than welcome to do that. You just gotta make sure that we get their insurance.
Nice. And any vendor who will provide the insurance can go onto this.
Correct. Any vendor who provides insurance will go on the list. The only time that we would remove somebody from the list is if they damage the grass in some way. They spilled gas when they're putting in the generator, but I don't know if that's happened at all recently. They all want to work. They do a good job. They know what they need to do as a vendor they want to be on the list. So that'll be going live tomorrow. Like you said, it's very quick and simple for the residents to be able to register. That was the main goal of this new software. And they said, starting coming Monday, all the classes will become visible to the public under the program tab. There's still some stuff that our providers updating these icons for us. But all the classes will become available on Monday. And then the registration again begins April 6th. So again, this is just a much more streamlined, efficient process. A lot of great features that our old program was just lacking and not keeping up on. So staff's really excited about it. Seeing the registration portion, it's a lot smoother for them. And then the customer interface is, so looking at the rentals, this is very, Airbnb-ish looking, customers are used to it. You can pull up on your phone. It's very simple to browse. So that's what we're really excited for.
Great. Do you mind going back to the Google Maps?
Sure. Any, does it picture one or the one I was just on or?
Yeah, we don't have Agate Park on Google. If you zoom in, nothing shows up for it.
Pops up to the district office, but not Agate Park.
Yeah.
And it says
The
there's a
Thompson
skate
Arena
park.
does.
And there's a skate park,
Skip
River the Community Center,
and the ball fields.
and no Agate Park. How? funny.
Really? Oh, good catch. Thank you.
It doesn't say anything
Wow.
about Bayfield either. I don't-
Well, but Harvey Field is still in Agate Park, but yeah, you're right. It doesn't say. Let's add, we'll get that added.
Right.
Yeah.
Weird.
Where's class says Rupert Valley, not Riverside,
Well, sort of, most of the
sort of most of the time.
Google really needs to update their stuff. If you notice, if you go to where the new shopping center is on Google Maps, it's still, it shows the names of the stores, but a dirt lot. If you go to Apple Maps, it actually shows the store, everything is up to date. Our stuff is more up to date on Apple Maps than it is on Google.
How funny.
So it's just a matter of when they update their.
Right.
It's the springs. They'll be flying over us probably right now, taking pictures of us,
Oh, that's
You
true.
never know.
which is good because the grass is all green.
I know when it shows my house, there's a car in the driveway I haven't had 8 years. So
So this is only limited to shelters and not.
Right now, it's only shelter. So is what is referred to as instant book. And the other thing I just want to show it to you in the top right-hand corner there, the countdown time is going down. That's still in my cart. So I've got 10 minutes to complete my checkout or it cancels the reservation. And so if I had classes in there and I didn't complete it, they would drop out and become available to the public as well. One of the things people used to do is put in their cart and then wait all day and not pay, and then the class wasn't available for anybody. So this one has a system that will they'll drop them out. So, so yes, as we were talking, this is available for instant book. So the only things that are going to be available on instant book will be the shelters. Any other ball field or facility rental is a little more drawn out process that they'll still be able to inquire on the website, put in an inquiry for, hey, according to your calendar, it looks like the group community center is available on Saturday, the 21st. I'd like to have it for a party. And they would submit it. Staff would confirm, yes, it's available. Here's the times. And then they would essentially electronically send them back the application to complete with the different information and their estimate for the reservation. Just because there's so many more nuances to a reservation if they're having alcohol and the times and the type of reservation. So it's just not something that is,
Lends itself to.
but they can still do it completely online if they would like to.
Okay.
I have one quick question.
Yeah.
So there's a 10-minute timer. Is the consumer made aware that they have 10 minutes was there something that showed that read?
It counts down. I don't know what happens. We can find out. Leave it up.
No, I just didn't know if like when you click OK and put it in your cart, is there anything that pops on the screen says you have 10 minutes to, are they aware of that? Or are they unaware of it?
It's in
They
the
know what
header
that
of
counter-
it's in the header up there. And it's.
Very typical for all.
Yeah, it says checkout
Yeah,
time.
still checkout time left. That's a
Oh,
very,
okay.
that's a very typical.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure, there
Yeah.
was something up there so they're aware of it.
There are some different nuances,
I missed
but
it.
again, I think that everything is going to be welcomed from the public. We had so many people that would be frustrated with not just the reservation process, but the registration process for classes. And
That's very smooth. It'd be nice.
Yeah,
to
it'd be
get
very
this for
smooth.
Everything.
like one of the examples is, so certain programs we require birth certificates on. Our youth basketball program, because of tournament information, would have birth certificates. And we also take it for day camp. So that we actually know that the child's of the right age to be in the program. And so we would set up what's essentially they refer to as a form, and the form is to require a birth certificate. So that form will never expire, being a birth certificate. So once they submit it the first time, they never have to submit it again. As to where another form we would have would be a waiver. Well, the waivers are set up as one-time use only. So they have to sign the waiver for every program they do. So depending on, like if we're asking for youth basketball, what shirt size does somebody wear? That was defaulted to be 1 year. Every year, they have to update that information for us. So it's just a lot more logic has gone into the design of this program. I think it's just gonna be so much more user-friendly for not just the residents, but the staff as well.
We're not keeping their birth certificate.
We do not know. It's kept in the system, which is secured.
Okay. Whose system?
Huh?
The company that we're dealing with.
Correct.
Any other questions? And if you're done, we'll move on to board comments. And we will start this evening with Mrs. Johnson.
The entire Johnson family cannot wait for Meet the Machines. We think my 2-year-old grandson is going to just have an absolute blast, and we all have to be there to watch the excitement. So, we're very much looking forward to that. And, we're also looking forward to the, egg hunt in April. And that's all I have to say.
Okay. Mr. Medina.
Yes, I think just like everything else, I'm also excited for Meet the Machines. I did have a chance to speak with my lab mate, including Professor Gomez Prieto about the English and Spanish class.
Oh, senior center,
Yeah,
or just in general?
I think we should have a discussion about making it available for
We'd love to sit down and talk.
for demographic.
Okay.
Maybe even sending out a survey to gauge interest first before even implementing it. But other than that, thank you, staff, and as always.
Awesome.
Mr. Regis.
I will be attending the machines. It'll be the first time, so I'm excited to see what machines there are there. And also for the egg hunt in April, like Ms. Johnson said, take my nephew, 18-month-old, 8-month-old, excuse me. I'm already thinking 18, no, 8-month-old. Yeah, thank you, and thank you to the staff that going live
They've done a lot of work on it.
looks pretty neat, looks pretty awesome.
Yeah, they've done a lot of work, so it's gonna be very helpful.
So congratulations to the staff on that job. Well done. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Castro.
Yeah, I had the opportunity this past weekend to go, KVCR Public Radio had a public PBS Kids Camp event. So JMBC had a table there, so Wes was out there with
For your post, easy if blown away.
post.
Post.
Post. So yeah, Wes was there, as well as some of the other staff with the animals. What I saw and what I've been told that table had the most engagement out of any booth. So yeah, animals are very popular. So we all had foresight right, and we discussed JMDC. So yeah, very good to see that. And obviously, I think the profile of JMDC, and I think for us as well, is definitely boosted by those types of being up by us being present there. And I'll also be president of Meet the Machines and Spring Flu as well. So looking forward to those events as we approach spring. And that's it for me.
Okay, thank you. And for me, like everybody's already said, Meet the Machines is definitely one of my favorites as well. I will not have any of my grandkids here this year, but I'll still enjoy it. I'm watching the other kids. Spring Fling, of course. And I would like to say that I attended 2 ribbon cuttings and grand openings this last weekend. One for Nothing Bundt Cakes and one for L&L Hawaiian Barbecue. Both were great. I ate stuff I probably shouldn't have at Nothing But Cakes, but that's the way it goes. And I did want to mention, I did hand out business cards and invited both organizations to call and see if they wanted to put up any, booths or anything at any of our events. And I would like staff to look into maybe having certificates that we could hand out to the new businesses in our community when we have them, to make it a little more official, just a welcome to the neighborhood type thing. And that would be it for my comments. Okay, committee reports, item 6.3. Who want to speak for recreation special events facilities?
Yeah, in general, we discussed the remaining events for the year. Right? We discussed on July 3rd, concerts in the park. Ms. Johnson brought up about, I think for next year, right? Maybe not this year, but thinking of doing it weekly rather than.
We're trying to make that adjustment this year.
Okay, yeah, every other week. We also discussed potential bands that we can bring on for July 3rd as well. And then we discussed possibly pursuing grants for an event regarding multicultural, being a multicultural thing.
There is
That has been submitted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a grant available. Yeah. Great to submit that.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else then.
Just a
I
few
think you
steps.
did.
Yeah, the fee structure that we already talked about tonight.
Okay, and budget and personnel, is there any report from that meeting?
We discussed, the upcoming budget, but nothing yet to present to.
Nothing concrete,
Yeah, nothing to.
other than learning what a CIP is, what classifies as a CIP, but
Yes, we had a whole discussion on what classifies as a
CIP
CIP, yes,
versus maintenance.
and agreed to disagree. Final result of that one.
Okay.
but I think it was a good disagreement.
Oh, yeah, no, it was a good discussion. It was a really good discussion. And yeah, we had a lot of discussion because getting ready to do, create that CIP list and what should be on it and things like that. So we were having the discussion about that.
Great, thank you. Item 7, future committee meetings. Do we have anything coming up?
Other than our regular scheduled budget meeting for the rest of the year, nothing scheduled. I know we do want to look at a JMDC meeting.
Yes.
We just gotta talk schedules. I know Mr. Godinez has a trip coming up, so we can work
Yes.
around your schedule. on
Yeah,
that.
I have something coming up the end of the month, through trips as well, so.
I won't be at the next board meeting and I won't be back until the 28th. So after jet line recovery, there.
Oh, I'm gonna be in town like the 30th of the part of the first week of April, so yeah, that'll work out just fine. So maybe the third week in April or something around, somewhere around there.
Even a cool.
Okay, does anyone have any items that they'd like to have for future agenda items? No? Okay, then our next board meeting will be on March 26th at 6:30 here. And with that, I will adjourn this meeting at 7:11.
Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, Bob.
Say go longer.
You had no questions.